Can you go to God on the world's can you go to God on the world's behalf and tell him to put an end to the corona? My life is in shambles. I'm on the verge of divorce, being stuck with my life this long. Well, we're all believing for healing. So I'll say that right now. But in the midst of it, and it could be challenging, but in the midst of it, still try to operate in your peace. Still try to operate in love, and I've been preaching for weeks now, stay in faith. If you haven't seen some of the teachings on the stay in faith order, call us and we can get it out to you, or you can watch it. So in the midst of this pandemic and everything that's going on, keep your peace, stay in love, and stay in faith. And really, and I've said this before, that this coronavirus situation, it has really exposed and revealed a lot of things in all of us. Some of us, it's exposed our strength. With others, it has exposed their weakness. Things and situations, it doesn't really cause a problem. Most times it just reveals or it brings light to something that's been there. So I understand you're going through and think that, when the virus is over, your life will go back to normal, and you're saying you're on the verge of the divorce, being stuck. No, this has really just revealed some things that's really been there in the relationship. And I say that because sometimes you can hide issues in the children. You can hide issues going to work, doing things. But see, there are a lot of families now who are kind of stuck together. And it's hard to avoid those hidden issues when you're forced to confront them, because now you're spending more time. See, most people, especially if you got working people, school people, at the most tops, they may spend 3-4 hours together most per day. That's it. And that's sometimes a relationship, that's all they're used to. 2 hours out of 24. Because 8 to 10, you're working. Other percentage, you sleep or doing something else. So maybe 2 hours. Now, because of what's happened, your 2 hours expired when you got up. So it ain't the thing. There has been issues already. It's just now being exposed. It's like the rug has been lifted. Now, so this is a time to deal with this now, to come together, and this really, and I'm not saying it's easy, but this is a time that we need to work this out. Because there's some problems. You see, a lot of relationships now, parenting, marital, all the children, all sorts of things. See, it's easy to hid these things. Because everybody's at work, everybody's at school, everybody's at activity, everybody's here. If you're a Christian, everybody at church certain time. See, now all of that is not there now. And you're able to play it off. Instead of dealing with problems, I got to go, and I got to go to work. I got to go to church. But now you don't have that. So you're forced to have to deal with it now. And that's all right. Deal with it. Work it out. Some of you probably have not had real deep conversation probably since you've been married or even ever. So take this time. Use this for the advantage. And some, not all, but some even have to learn their spouse. Some of them never really knew it. They only knew bits because they've only spent 2 or 3 hours a day together. And you can't learn a whole lot with 120 minutes a day. All right. Once again, married couples, look online and get some of the materials, so we can send it out to you. I understand that. I've been married almost 37 years, and every bit was not easy, but at least the last 20 or so has been marvelous. And that's only because there's a lot of that was a lack of knowledge. And I say this and I teach this here in the ministry. Certain things that I went through, our people don't have to go through that, because I can tell you to avoid and what not to do. We went through a lot of trial and error. You ain't got to do that. You can skip that. See, you ain't got to go through everything. Now, I know sometimes people say that, well, the marriage got to go through this to be that. No, you don't. You can avoid some stuff and just get right to the good stuff. All right?